Hey everybody, I'm back. My wife called down to me. I'm like, got a little flustered because she called me by my first name. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that right now. To ask me a question, and I quick turned off the microphone and I just hit the wrong buttons. So let's go back to best camera spots right here. I'm online looking up. This is the AI overview of this question. No, the cover the unspotted spotter was in does not remain unspotted after the spotter is removed. The spotter's presence is the key factor in whether determining whether cover is spotted. And once they are gone, the cover they were occupying is no longer considered to be spotted. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. See, my question is, can I move into really my question is it would have gone back to can I move into can a squad move into the same cover? I can't because it's not spotted as an unspotted. Can a squad move into the same cover as an unspotted spotter? Unspotted unit. I'll just put unit. Doesn't matter. Well, let's go to the rules and look for I get some clarification on this. Third edition rules. We're going to look up movement. '31. Page number 31. You move your infinite map physically movies units orders issued. Two basic forms of move for infantry are movement with a card, move it to another card. Okay, movement within a card, move to another card. Movement to an adjacent card includes the only possible movement. Okay, we marked them exposed. You may not move a unit that is marked with an exposed marker to a new card. But the question is, can I move directly from the card I was on into a trench that is occupied by the enemy? When entering another card that has an unoccupied or friendly occupied cover marker, the moving unit may move directly under the cover marker. Okay. If it's unoccupied or friendly occupied. Unoccupied or friendly occupied. Okay, so I can't move into it. All right, let's go back here. My daughter's making some nice noise up there. Nice noise. Okay, so but it's not spotted. It sounds like it's the it sounds like it's the spotter that is spotted, not the spotter is unspotted, not the trench. I guess. But I couldn't have moved in there anyways because it has to be either unoccupied or friendly occupied. All right, so where am I? Okay, we already did that. We determined each card, checking space, hierarchy table. We did that. Capture segment, retreat segment, fire mission. So let's see, capture. Any paralyzed or litter team alone on a card with unpinned infantry units in the VOF. I don't have any. This is the only casualty. And I haven't suffered any casualties yet. Retreat. Retreat any unpinned, paralyzed team under a VOF marker, 1 card. That's not paralyzed, so we don't have any of those yet either. We don't have any of those. We don't have any of those. We don't have any of those. Remove existing incoming airstrike white phosphorus markers. So this comes off of here. And then this comes off here also. I need to do is try to find cover. I need to come out of here, search for additional cover. What do I do with my second platoon? My second platoon went over here. Third's over here. First is over here. Okay. Could have him search for. Did I have any commands left for him? Yeah, I could have had him search for cover for a like second story building. All right, so let's see. We're going to do potential contact evaluation. We're going to do this, and we're going to go. We are back to. We only have 1 VOF on the map, so we are going back to just contact. We're going to be drawing 7 cards on each of those. So state is going to go back to contact. So let's do the B first. Well, no, I have to do it randomly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to draw 4. This could get ugly. Drawing a 4 and it's number 4. So it's this one right here. This could get ugly. So we're going to draw 7 cards. We're looking for the word not looking for it. We don't want the word contact. We don't want any enemy contact. But we are under, because we only have 1 card with a VOF marker on it. We are at contact. 1 friendly occupied or enemy occupied card is under a VOF marker. So we have to, it's an A potential contact marker, so we have to draw 7 cards. So let's draw 7. And we draw 7 cards regardless of whether there's a trigger on the first card or the third card or the 5th card, 6th card. You always draw the number of cards that are required. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No contact. Okay, I will take that. I will gladly take that. We're just going to return this to the bag. All right, no contact. I'll take that. We got 1, 2, 3. We're going to flip a card and look under the 3 to see which one we're doing next. We're doing number 2, which is this one here, the attack position. So again, we're drawing 7 cards. I don't think we're gonna. Okay, drawing 7 cards. So we're still under contact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we did see the word contact. So we do have contact. We're resolving this one right now. Let's go to the. We're going to go to the next page here, and we're going to draw a This is a potential contact marker, so we're drawing on the number 10. We're drawing on the number 10 to see what this comes up with. On the number 10, we get a 9. 9. 9 down here is an 11, another 11. I don't know. There was one game I played. It was, I don't know if it was this mission or another mission, but there was like 10 turns, and I kept getting, I got like out of like 10 or 11 draws, I got 3 of, there was 2 of them, I got 3 each of them. And then a couple of another one, and only 2 others, just 1. So I was getting multiples of, I mean, this is what we're doing. We're doing PCA. We're looking for a random number on 10. We get 9. And so we're getting another, patrol according to CSR 6. So we're going to go over here because we got to draw a, draw out of this one. We're using the Grenadiers. We're using the Grenadiers. They do have ammo, I think. I think it says on the, they're going to do a squad infiltration attempt, which is CSR 6. Campaign Special Rule 6. So we draw 2 cards, adjusted for experience. They're lined, so they just draw 2 cards. Look for the infiltrate icon. If that action is successful, place the new enemy unit on the placement card, not exposed, and under the best non-US occupied cover marker. Okay, so let's see if they infiltrate. So we're looking for the 3 guys kind of sneaking around, and they don't infiltrate. If the action is not successful, place the enemy unit on a card out of cover and marked as exposed. They're exposed. And then, this is locked, right? It's locked. Yeah, okay. And then we have to determine placement. I think we actually do that before. So we're going to draw an 8. And 8 is 7, so it's going to be on the right. So it's going to be on the right front of this card here. It's going to be in this farm. They're exposed. We do not place a PDF or a volume of fire. And they are spotted, yes. They're at max line of sight range, though. So this card spotted them over here. So they have a long range. So they could actually be on a hill over here. So we have to draw a terrain card and put it in over here and then flip it. They're in a village. They're not in a village because this is, well, the game calls it level 1. This is level 1. Ground level is level 1. Now, see, for me, if it was my game, I'd say ground level is level 0. If you're on a hill, that's like 1 above ground level. If you're on a 2-level hill, that's 2 above ground level. But in this, they say ground level is level 1. So I'm on level 2 on this hill. And so I'm on level 2. So that's why I had to draw to see, because my squad here can see over from being on this hill, level 2 hill. They can see over a level 1 farm into the next card, but they can't see. I'll see. I don't know if it's the range of the unit that's firing at me or my range. Let's look that up. So let's look that up. I'm going to look that up. Let's come over here. We're going to look up, look, enemy placement, contact, location. Okay, page 63. Location. Distance determined on the enemy package list given in a range or an instruction such as same card, adjacent card. These indicate the distance of the package placement from the unit that triggered the PC marker. Got it. Okay, we triggered the PC marker. And so we triggered the PC marker, so the range is based on where we are. So again, that's what I did. Is this is level 2, level 1. We can see over level 1. So it's actually on this card because it's range from us, not range from them. So we can actually see over the farm. And so and we are long range is 2 cards away. And so that's where we see them out here. All right, so they're out here. They're exposed. We don't put a PDF marker down for them, but we do put a PDF marker down for us. We're going to return that to the bag. We're going to put a PDF marker down here, and it is going to be spun around. Because we are going to be firing on this guy with small arms fire. So now, because of this, we have now 2 cards that have volume of fire on them. So now we go back to engaged. 2 or more occupied cards under VOF markers. I change the state of this to engaged. So now that will affect these last 2 that we resolve. So make sure I got this right. Yep. So it's long range from me, which is 2 cards. I'm on a hill. Now, if I was on level 1 on ground level, it would have been here because I can't see. Long range would still be out to the second card, but I wouldn't be able to see through this card right here. So long range for me, because I'm on level 1 hill, a level 2 hill, I can see over a level 1 farm out to the next card, which is right here. So now we have 1 and 2. So we're going to see which one we resolve next. We resolve number 2, which is the potential contact A right here. It goes up here. Okay, we're going to draw a 10. Find out what we get. We get an 8. An 8 on potential contact A is a 10. 10 is a flak 36 This is an 88 millimeter gun with 6 ammo in a trench. Is it spotted? Yes. It's at max line of sight range, which probably means it's going to be like right in front of us. Yep. We're not on a hill. It's in this farm right here, because we can't see through the farm to the next card, even though we have long range. So it's going to be on this card right here. So it is, again, an 8 is package number 10. So it is a Flak 36 anti-aircraft gun, but they used it for, it was actually probably the best anti-tank gun in World War II. Where's my... I mean, it. I think it says to pick these randomly, but I don't think you need to. I mean, this is just, I'm not taking that one, of course. We're taking a 88. I don't think this can be moved, but it is coming over here on this village. It's got, I'm not sure if it can turn. I think it can. It has a PDF and a volume of fire, and it is spotted at max line of sight to us. So it gets a PDF. Now it's spotted, so we can see it also. No, it's on this one here. No, I didn't determine the placement yet. So let me determine the placement. I'm sorry. Okay, so we got to pull an 8. An 8 is 1. So it's going to be on the left. Oh no, it's going to be at the front, right where I put it. A 1 is to the front. So it's right where I put it. This is the contact we're resolving, and it's right here. It is spotted. It gets a heavy. It gets heavy. I don't know if it uses tank ammo or what kind of ammo it'd use. I don't know if it matters. It says it gets 6 ammo. Okay, let's go back out to, let's go 88 rules here. Hopefully it doesn't just take me to page 88. 88 ammo. It doesn't show an ammo marker on here. Maybe I just mark it on my thing. I'd kind of like to be able to put a marker on there, though. It doesn't say. So let's go to weapons. It's anti-tank gun. Small arms, machine guns, mortars, rocket launchers, rifle grenades, grenade launchers, armored fighting vehicles, tanks. It doesn't show any anti-tank weapons. Oh, ammunition. We try that, 59. Ammunition, managing limited ammunition, blah, blah, blah. Ammo types. Cordless rifle, no. Bazooka or Panzer Shreks, flamethrowers, demolition charges, tank ammo. It doesn't say. Well, I mean, it says 6 ammo, so we just put 6 ammo on it. What's in a trench? Doesn't matter what ammo we put on there, right? I'll put tank ammo on there because it's an anti-tank gun. It's in a trench. We didn't get that part of it on there yet. So we got to get a trench on there. State. It's in a trench. It's spotted, which is good. It gets 6 ammo. Okay. So now we're going to have a PDF marker that's going to be a double-sided PDF marker here. It's always going to target the card that triggered it. So we're going to have a small arms VOF on it. And then we're going to have a, I think it said -3 heavy. Let's see down here, place a VOF. It's going to be, so we're going to get rid of this. Return that to the bag. This is going to be a state heavy, -3. This is going to be also flipped. Same thing, either side. Okay. This is going to be flipped because no, it's not, because I'm firing at these guys out here. I'm firing at these guys because this card triggered these guys out here. So I'm going to place a PDF up here, pull it this way. And it says that this, I think it says we can fire over. Oh no, dude, rotate to the right. I think it says we can fire over units if we're on a hill. But I think this is resolved now. This one's been resolved. I don't have to clear these, but I guess unless I want to get blown up over here at some point, I'm going to have to clear this. This one thankfully did not generate any contact. Got 1, 2, 3 now under, so we're still engaged, not heavily engaged yet. So let me see what happens with this when this shows up. If I start firing at this, or if I fire at this, because this is kind of intervening now. So let's go back to the rules. Spend a lot of time in the rules, learning the rules. Hill. terrain. Elevation. Elevation in relative measure. Base elevation is level 1 for all missions. That's ground level. Hills and upper stories add 1 plus 1 to the base elevation. A single hill is level 2. An upper story is at level 2. An upper story on a hill is level 3. Higher elevation allows units to trace line of sight over blocking terrain at lower levels as follows. Generally, higher elevations can see over any lower elevations. Let's see, let me go out here real quick. Pull these up back on my screen. Let's see. Okay. So back over here. Generally, higher elevations see over and lower elevations. Level units at level 2 see over level 1 terrain cards. However, when looking straight up or downhill from level 3 to level 1, but with a level 2 card with dark borders in between, line of sight is blocked. Same level terrain blocks line of sight to any lower level terrain. Unit on level 2 terrain cannot see over another level 2 terrain card to a level 1 terrain card beyond it. Unless the elevation levels are known in advance, enemy units on face-down terrain cards are assumed to be at level 1. Hills can raise the elevation by 1 level. They do not provide cover and concealment modifiers. Upon drawing a hill card, hills drawn revealing face-down terrain cards, another terrain card. Multiple hills do not change the ability to move in and out. Let's see. I'm going to be right back. I got to take a quick break. I'll be right back. And not that one. This one. Nope, not that one. This one. Not that one. This one. I'll be right back. I just got to take a quick break. Hey everybody, I'm back. Thanks for giving me a break. I sure did need one. Best cam spots, top right. But I think we're also we're looking at the manual. Let's see what's going on with that. We're gonna have a Biscoff or two. Snackage. Plain card multi-story. They do talk about it up here though. Terrain and line of sight and range limitations. I don't think it's going to change anything. It's not going to change anything because they're firing on. They're going to basically have to. They're firing on this unit anyway. They're going to basically have to cease fire to fire on a different target. These guys are long range, but the scenario thing, the package said specifically that you don't place a PDF or volume of fire for them. So they are just out in the open and you don't place, they're exposed out in the open. You don't place a VOF for them or a volume of fire or a primary direction of fire. So I think this one is done. I think they're in a trench. They got 6 ammo. It's an 88. It's generating heavy weapons fire. I want to look. I think I'm going to go out to Google maybe. What BOF does an 88 have? Okay, it's not going to show me anything there. So let's go back into the rules and see if we can find anything there. Um, Yeah, 88 millimeter. Okay. If I go over here and I put an 88 mm, comes up with 5 references. It says H, so it's got to be it. It says H, so that's got to be it. I'm going to put this down here for now. All right, so it just sees right here. It doesn't see, there's no hill here for anything to be seen. Cover does stay in. Once it's found, cover does stay in the card. So it's going to be a -3. There's no air burst. It's coming from ground level, so it's going to be a -3. Hopefully they'll survive. Okay, the last one we have to resolve is this one up here. And this is going to be a potential contact B. And we have volume of fire on 1, 2, 3 cards. So we're engaged. And B is going to, under engaged, is going to be 3 cards. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3. And there's no contact. So we basically have captured, potentially captured, our primary objective. So now those are the potential contacts. Remove pin markers from any vehicle or infantry units that are not under a VOF marker. Do we have any pinned markers? They're under a VOF. None of our guys are under pinned markers. Okay. And go into combat phase. Draw an action card to determine if fire is effective. All right. So first we have to determine the net combat modifier for this card. It doesn't matter what order you do the combat in. It's all simultaneous. None of the VOFs or primary direction of fires are changed until the cleanup phase after the combat phase. So we're going to do this one first. This is pinned. These 2 fire teams are pinned. They are under -1 +1 plus a -1 +1. That's 0. +1 is +1. So it's a +2 -1 is a +1. So we're going to draw randomly for these guys. At least that's what the rules say to do. So we're going to draw a card. Look under 2. The first one, and this one, we're going to resolve first. We're going to do a +1. Draw a card. +1 is a miss. So he's no longer pinned. On a miss, a unit's no longer pinned. So they are no longer pinned. We're going to draw for the next one, +1. They are pinned, so they remain pinned. So one's pinned, one's not pinned. Now we go to the next one. This is under small arms fire from 2nd Squad, 3rd Platoon. They are +3 -2. So that is a +1. So we're going to draw for them. +1 is a pin, so they are pinned. So I think in the cleanup phase is when this will switch to a bidirectional fire because they also have long range. So they can, just like um, the squad up here can see them, they can see the squad. But because of the rule, the campaign special rule, they weren't able to see them, or actually not even that, because of the placement and the package. Um, we didn't place any PDF or VOF markers, so basically they didn't see anything until they started getting shot at. So these guys are pinned, and I'm going to put this here because that's going to get removed. So the next card is not this one. Next card is this one. Volume of Fire, Small Arms. They are a +2, +4. So let's see what happens with them on a +4. They get pinned. Nice for me. They get pinned. They are going to expend. No VOF there, no VOF. There's volume fire there. So they are going to spend 1 ammo to fire down here. This is a -2 for being exposed, +2 for the woods, and a -3 for the 88 shell that is crashing through the woods right now to hit them. So they're a -3, and they are hit. So now they're going to get pinned. I'm going to put a pin marker up there. So now we need to resolve their line. So now we need to resolve the hit. One step gets turned into a litter team. Okay, one step gets turned into a litter team. So we're going to pull an LAT team. And we're going to switch this to a litter team. The litter team is also pinned. Let me just put it on here. They're both pinned, but they still are generating a small arms fire into that card. That stays on there. This will get removed at the end of the turn. These guys are there. I think that's all the combat then, right? These two, this one and this one. Okay. That's all the combat for now. We updated the ammo levels. Wait, we got to update the ammo level of. No, this is small arms fire. This one is. This one has a light machine gun, but I'm not sure if that light machine gun has limited ammo. Yep, they do. So I think so. They are down to 2 ammo. I should have moved this heavy machine gun up over here because really I don't. I mean, I still have to resolve this, but I wasn't going to resolve this card anyways. This potential contact or this potential contact. So it probably would have done me better to put it over here. Oh well. You know what? This light machine gun should have put a VOF on here. I think the heavy machine gun, because it's very, no. Where's the heavy machine gun? What did I do with that? Who was in cover? These two are in cover. Where's the heavy machine gun? Okay. What did I do with my machine gun? Did I move them up here? No. Where's my heavy machine gun? Oh, here it is. It's with them. So I need to get my heavy machine gun up on this hill. Stat. Okay, so we did all of that. This is not firing yet. This is long range, so it's not firing yet. It doesn't have anything to shoot at. It wasn't going to shoot at the spotter because the spotter was not spotted. They've got the heavy machine gun. They're not firing yet. These guys are firing. So I need to, they're firing over here with this light machine gun, which has 4 ammo. Now, is that down here somewhere? Yeah. So this one's with the first. I think that's the one that I want to update. It's with the first, right? Yeah, okay. Actually, I need to update it twice because they fired twice. So yeah, I want, these guys have not fired yet. The light machine gun has not fired yet. This heavy machine gun is not fired yet. It doesn't have a target. But when it moves here, it will have a target. And their target will be the 88 on the farm. So next turn, hopefully I can get these guys up here. Even if I don't have a platoon move, I'm going to at least send the heavy machine gun up here. Heavy machine gun team. So I believe that's it for then we're going to cleanup phase. Evacuate casualties from cars designated for casualty evacuation. We don't have any yet. We don't have any casualties. We have a litter team. Enemies firing cards without valid targets cease shift fire. They have a valid target. Now I think this is when these guys start firing. Let's see how that works though. They only have one target, so they've got to fire at this because they only have the one target. They can't see anything else. They can see the guys up on the hill because they've got long range, but they can't see anything else. We're going to flip this one, flip this one. These guys can't see anything, so I think they're going to cease fire. Because they're only close range. They can only fire at cards that are adjacent to them. So they can't see anything. So
Take out trash, it's fine.
Took out the trash yesterday. So this fire team ceased fires, I guess. It hasn't even opened up fire yet because it can't see anything. So do they just kind of go away or what? Enemy unit. Um, Card with the most friendly steps. Place enemy units. Oh, when placing enemy units, those which place a PDF VOF must be. See, they didn't place a VOF, a PDF VOF. These guys didn't because it was this same package as these guys that said don't place a VOF or PDF. So I didn't. So basically, they didn't see the guys on the hill over here. But the guys on the hill opened up right away and basically smashed the team into a casualty and two fire teams. And so it went from being an automatic weapons long range fire team to being a squad to being a casualty and two fire teams that are close range capabilities. All right, so what do you do then when you're cease engagement priorities? Shift cease fire. It's going to be a ceasefire, shift fire, ceasefire. With the VFPDF General Allied card, once the order is given, it's passed on and carried out by all units on the card, whether in communication or not. The units with will immediately open fire automatically on enemies in line of sight. Move the desired direction. Okay, move the VOF PDF in any desired direction, engaging any other eligible card in the originator's line of sight, including an unoccupied card. Once the order is given, it is passed on and carried out by all units on the card, whether they're in communication or not. So I guess what I do is look at the rules for 6.1. Oh, did I just go through that whole phase without showing you guys what I was doing? I hope not. I was on the rules page still. What was I looking at? I was looking at the heavy weapons thing. Okay, so I'll show you how I resolve that. 6.1. All right, 6.1. You engage will not seize or shift fire without orders. They've never fired. That unit is never fired because they don't have a target. Surely ceasefire automatic when no fires per smoke source. Okay, what I'm going to do is kind of based on this right here. I'm going to shift fire to an unoccupied card. So I'm going to shift fire randomly a card one, card two, card one or card two. Logically, it would be this card because this is a secondary objective, though the Germans may not know that. And the Germans may think they're pushing for the village because that's more cover. but we'll do it randomly. 1, 2, for them to shift fire to one of these. I mean, I could do it randomly for these guys too. This one, no, let's pick randomly. 1 or 2 for the units. The 2. So then this unit is going to pick what card it's going to fire at, this one or this one. It can't fire at this one. And it can't fire at this one because it's out of range. So we're going to go 1, 2. And that is a 1, so it's going to fire. Okay, we're going to do this one. Place VOF. PDF. Now this one's going to decide 1 or 2. That one decides number 2. No. Yeah, 1 or 2. This one decides number 2. It's going to fire at this card over here. It's going to fire this way. Let's move this out of the way. Rotate this one around to the right. He's firing that way. So they are putting a small arms volume of fire down on these cards. That's a volume of fire, small arms. Volume of fire, small arms, I guess. I don't know. Do I have any cards that should have a oh, you know what? Units that move. I'm gonna have to move these guys. I'm gonna have to move the machine gun over here, because when a unit moves onto a card that's got a primary direction of fire, it joins in that fire. So if I move the machine gun up here, it would join in with the fire against these units over here. I don't want to do that. I wanted to join in the fire with this against this 88 right there. So those are the only 2 that didn't have a valid target. This guy's got his valid target, which is up here. So I think we adjusted VOF, PDF, and activity levels for everything. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards now with but we don't have, so we're still engaged, but we're not heavily engaged yet because I could try to infiltrate. What I need to do is where's my forward observer? I need to get my forward observer up here so we can call in fire over here, because that's going to be a -4. And I'm going to need something big to break these guys down. Though I did it with small arms fire over here, +4, and he got pinned. Oh no. You know what I got to do? He's pinned. So this isn't small arms. This is actually a all pinned on this one. This one, they don't have small arms fire over here. They have all pinned fire from this unit here. It's pinned. These guys aren't pinned. These guys are pinned now. So this volume of fire for next turn unless they can get unpinned, this one is going to be, let's see, let's go with, this one's going to be this one's going to be all pinned. And this is going to be all pinned. Because the fire on this card is coming from this unit, which is pinned. That's the only fire that's on this card right now. And so all the units that are firing against this card are pinned. The same with on this card. This is the only unit that's firing on this card, and they're pinned. So this card gets an all pinned marker. So these guys get an all pinned. I think that's right. I think that's the end of the do that phase. I can get up here. If I can get up here, I can get a crossfire on this, which would also help. All right, so I think we're done now with that. We have to click on clean up. We're going to go to turn 4. Now, first platoon left this card. So it's automatic. They automatically leave behind their phone line in this card. So now they're in communication with the company HQ. It's automatic. These guys haven't left this yet. These guys haven't left. They're still there. And the HQ is always in communication through all of here. So this will always be in communication. So right now, could move. What I need to do is I need to move my first sergeant up here. And then he can command or move in with second squad, first platoon into the farm, try to find better cover like a +3 building. And then they get a crossfire. So you have multiple crossfires. I think they stack. Do they stack? No, I don't think they do. But I think that's it. I think that's it. Getting heated up. I've only got one more potential contact to clear. This one right here. You know what? I don't know if this would be. They both regenerate at the same time. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to put this fire team up here. And we're just going to have a regular small arms over here. Because they were both generated at the same time. And I think it's kind of a general rule that generally all the units on a card are going to fire at the same card. So they don't fire at randomly different cards. I think that's it. Did the machine gun. Can move this machine gun up here, get a crossfire on here. Move the heavy machine gun up here, get fire on here. Get the forward observer up here, get fire on here. Did I ever find? I never found cover in there. So I think that's it. I think. I think that's it. Not sure, but I think it is. Okay, I think that's going to do it for me for now. The XO has one command left. Oh, so they say, and I haven't been doing this like the last bunch of times, but they say at the end of the turn, you move them up here into the command tracking zone. You put these guys back over here to be activated again. Like so. And then yeah. So we got the wire down here. We have communication from here. So they say the company HQ does not have to stay on the staging area. So it would still be like here to here. If I moved them up here, it would go from here to here. The XO has no, the CO. They have phone line too. I could move the XO here and then move them over here. And that would be phone line, continuous phone line through here. I'm going to break these out. I mean, the stacking's kind of cool, but it's good to see where stuff is, you know, instead of having to keep opening this up. I have to keep opening up this let's see who's undercover here. The XO. Okay. Let's just do that. You know what? I'm gonna do a mulligan here and put this 50 caliber over here. Let's see. We're gonna spread these guys out here. These guys are undercover. All right, so let's move these guys. These are not in cover. He's not in cover. Okay, so that way I can see. There's plenty of room on the cards. I mean, it can get kind of cluttered at looking, but yeah, I think there's plenty of room on the cards. So, light machine gun up here would do this. We'll get a crossfire on this one. Heavy machine gun will get a crossfire and better fire, and then I can also get the I can also get the I can also get the crossfire up here. What did I say? I was gonna also get the. I don't know what I was gonna say. Okay. I might be back on. I might be back on later. That's gonna do it for me. Get this organized a little bit so that I can see what I got and where they are instead of having to pack and unpack the stacks. I mean, since I have the room, I might as well use the room, right? So see if the CO was over here and the platoon HQ was here, it's the CO would still be in communication with the third platoon was here. It would still be in communication with the first because the third platoon HQ has a radio and that acts as a phone line. So if the CO was up here, I'd have a phone line here, phone line here, phone line here, so he can still give orders to the first platoon. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing: is that I think twice now in this scenario, in this mission, when I draw to activate commands for the company headquarters, I've got 0 commands because I get a 1. And he's green, so 1 minus 1 is 0. And then I have to rely on the initiative phase instead of the activation phase to get my commands to my guys. So, okay. Did I explain? Did I explain how this fire worked on here? The 88 fired here with the -3 VOF. So it was a -3. Was it? I think he was exposed, right? Anyways, it was -3, negative. It was +2, -2 for exposed, +2 for the woods. It was a -3, and he just got pinned. So dodged a bullet there, literally a big bullet. And then with small arms fire from here on here, it was 0. It was +4. It was a +4, and the 88 got pinned. So again, so that's why we changed this to. I'm leaving the VOF on there just to remind me that if this thing gets unpinned, it's going to have a VOF of -3. But right now, it's got a VOF of +2 on this card right here, and vice versa, because this is pinned, it's got a VOF of +2, not a small arms VOF. So that's what happened with the. I think that was the. We resolved this one, then this one, then this one, and then this one. There was 4 of them to resolve. So, but I had the rules open. I didn't switch back to this camera view, but that's what happened with this one, and then again this one. was under -3, and it just got pinned. So dodging some bullets. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for me for now. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Over here, go to save and load. Going to go to the folder. Going to go to Field of Fire. What time is it? Not that one. Yeah, that one. That's the most recent one. Okay, this one is from yesterday. This one's from today. The only one from today. Okay, so we're going to save it. Overwrite. I mean, I think I'm doing all this stuff right. And even though it kind of gets in spots where it slows down, I kind of feel a flow coming to it. I kind of feel a flow coming to it, getting better with the flow. Having to look up rules, like right here, we had this unit last turn, I think it was, moved on to this card. No, it was this turn, I think. Moved on to this card, was exposed. The mortar forward observer, a spotter, was in the trench, unspotted. And I wanted to know, can I move? Can I just move from this card into the trench? And the rules say that you can move into cover as long as it's unoccupied or friendly occupied. So even though this was unspotted, I knew there was a, technically, game mechanics. I knew there was a German spotter in there, so I could not technically move in there because the trench was not unoccupied or occupied by a friendly unit. So that took me a while to figure that one out. And then trying to figure out the ammo for the, I wonder if I can put it on my thing here. Got 6 ammo. This is attachments to my. This is fire support. So see, I don't have any. I've got to use the markers. Got to use the markers. Okay, anyways. Oh, I just showed you all that without explaining what I was doing. So let's go back and explain it real quick. What I was saying is that I was moving this squad from the hedgerow into the marsh where I knew there was an unspotted spotter in this trench. And I wanted to know, can I move into the trench? Is it the spotter that's unspotted, or is it the spotter and the trench that are unspotted? And that's where I found the rule that says you can move into cover as long as it's unoccupied or it's occupied by a friendly unit. So I couldn't move into that cover because it wasn't occupied. It was occupied by, it was not unoccupied. It was occupied. So that's what I did right there. So that's kind of how that works. As I look over everything, I gotta make sure I'm doing everything right. Oh. Anyways, we're back to here. I already saved it. So right before I sneezed. So let's go to main menu. I already saved. Yes. Close the game out. Yes. I'm going to close this. Close all the tabs. I'm not going to do my regular outro because I just want to get upstairs and see what the family's doing. I've been on here for 2 hours again. So anyways, thanks for watching. Ugh. Oh, feels good to stretch. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Ooh. Ugh. But I will say, as I like to say, wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I'll probably be back on tonight for a couple hours, not like 4.5 hours like I was last night. That was too late. Um, but yeah, I'll be on later tonight, probably doing more Fields of Fire and hopefully get through a turn. Maybe increase the flow and get through two turns. Who knows? I'm kind of coming down right to the end of it, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody, and see you next time. Thanks for coming in. See you later. Oop, let me see if I haven't pressed on this button recently. Nope, no viewers, but VOD watchers, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.